You're on the Moose. I'm your Bud the Dub, and I'm joined now by Tanya from the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning, Dub. How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And we're also joined by Miles, who's one of the Bluey Day participants. Good morning, Miles.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for both of you for being here. So we're going to talk about Bluey Day as we have been for some time. Sadly, the in-person event has been postponed right now due to public health orders. But it meant there was some good that came out of it because it meant you could open up registrations again for the virtual event. For people who don't know about what Bluey Day is, can you tell us a bit about it, Tanya?
Well, it is an incredible event where we collect participants that fundraise for our cancer diagnostic and treatment fund, and they shave their heads in support of somebody who has had cancer or facing cancer at this time. And so it's a very emotional event, and yeah, it's a beautiful event that we have every year.
Absolutely. It's been going for quite a few years in a row now. Um, Miles, you're this is your first year participating in Bluey Day, as I understand it. When you heard about this, and maybe you've heard about it for many years, what kind of drew you to doing it this year and participating? Why is it important to you?
Well, I've been in Fort St. John for about 25 years, so I've heard about Bluey Day quite a number of times. Um, and just, it's time for me to do something. There's been far too many people in my life that have been affected by cancer. It took my father. My father-in-law had cancer. He's still around. And my mother-in-law is currently going through chemo. And I just thought, I keep thinking every year I should do that. And it's time to actually do something about it.
Absolutely. I have to ask if you don't mind, Miles. I mean, some of those family members, first of all, are they from here? And if they are, did they have to travel for some of their treatment in previous years? Because before the hospital foundation was able to buy some of these items that they do fundraise for during Bluey Days, uh, did they have to travel abroad essentially to get the services, or were they able to stay here?
Well, my father was in Cranbrook. My mother-in-law and father-in-law are both in Fort St. John, and yes, they had to travel down south. My mother-in-law's was just recently in Vancouver, and some of this equipment that we're looking at for this year sounds like it would possibly have caught her cancer sooner and been able to start diagnosing it and dealing with it quicker than she had.
Absolutely. I mean, I think among all the other reasons why this is so important, one of the most important reasons for this fundraiser, Tanya, is keeping people in town. You buy machines that allow, as Miles say, to catch the cancer faster, to treat the cancer in town, so people don't have to travel, which is emotional stress and financial stress, and all these reasons. So it's really just a thing that helps keep people in the community.
Absolutely. Yeah, they need their support while they're getting that treatment, and it's very difficult to leave for the time span it takes to do the treatment. I think I mentioned last year or last week that my husband had cancer. We just came through treatments, and we had to go to Prince George, not because they didn't have the equipment here to treat him, but because the cancer clinic wasn't opened all the days. He needed 5 days a week, and the cancer clinic here is only open 4 days. So that was really difficult, especially over Christmas. And we had to leave our family to do that. So for those that have less time in treatments, 1 or 2 days a week or once a week or whatever it might be, if we have everything that is necessary here to do it, then they get to stay here, then it's really super important to them and their well-being, their mental health as well, to stay in town and stay with their family, especially if they don't have anybody. For example, in Prince George, it can be difficult with hotels and their stay and everything.
Absolutely. All right, your goal this year is $100,000. Can you tell us what the hospital foundation plans to buy with that money?
The proceeds are going to go towards the a SPECT CT scanner at the at the hospital, and it just helps with gives less radiation, quicker, more accurate diagnosis of many diseases, including cancer.
Wonderful. All right. Well, if you'd like to register for Bluey Day, and again, registration is open again because they are able to do it virtually. You can register online at fsjhospitalfoundation.ca. You'll find the link on our Moose FM Facebook page. You can phone the office. They'll help you out, 250-261-7563. And, of course, you can follow the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation on Facebook for more information, and the website, as I mentioned before. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up here, Tanya?
I just want to say thank you to our community for the donations that have come in. We have 31 participants now, which is crazy.
Wow.
Especially with what's happening with the virtual event. We have definitely reached out to further communities. People are participating that we never thought. We have one from Alberta. We had somebody from Fort Nelson. And because it's virtual, it's incredible that people are just saying, yeah, I want to get involved because they work in this community too. So they may have to use our facilities. And we do reach further communities like Chetwynd and Tumbler Ridge and different areas, with referrals and things like that. People do come to our hospital. So thank you to the community for your donations and for those that are yet to come to help us reach our goal. We're about 50% there, so we're pretty excited.
That's wonderful news. All right. Well, again, if you want more information, check out the website, Fort St. John Hospital, FSJ Hospital Foundation.ca. Thank you again for joining us as usual, Tanya, and it was nice of you to join us, Miles.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 104